Now at 6, Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson speaks for the first time about a shooting outside an event and whether it will lead to a change in city policy. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Kelly Koopmans. It came after she was interrupted multiple times by her own public relations team, leading to new questions about transparency at Seattle City Hall. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels is live with the new interview and the video you will only see here. Chris?
Kelly and Preston, there are key questions about housing affordability, public safety, and businesses like Starbucks leaving Seattle that have gone unanswered by the mayor as Wilson and her team have avoided questions. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson, while still finding her footing, can use a chainsaw, as she demonstrated at an event to highlight a new city recycled lumber program.
We are gathered here today to announce 7 new bus routes on Denny Way. Just kidding.
This is really
Yet whether she was indeed announcing a new bus lane or speaking at an event to expand free student meals and childcare,
this creates the kind of logistical scramble that parents know all.
Wilson has been reluctant to answer questions from reporters about any other serious issues impacting the city.
What's your reaction to Starbucks yesterday?
Do you have an additional comment about Starbucks expanding to Nashville? And does it? But this is a chance for us to ask you just your thoughts about it. And is there any concern about other businesses leaving? Because this is a big Starbucks in Seattle.
This is, again, not the subject of our...
But it's what the city's talking about, too.
Instead, Wilson's team has been responding on social media.
But you always know there are going to be some surprises when the media turns out like this for a story about a bus lane.
We are, in fact, stuck in traffic here on Denny Way.
Chris, you are a great reporter, so I know you know that this is not about me.
I wouldn't be an excellent reporter if I didn't ask you. Which is why her first public appearance since her Tuesday event that ended with nearby gunfire was noteworthy. How do you feel after Tuesday, after what happened, what transpired?
I'm doing great. You know, got a great team supporting me, and I'll just say, you know, we don't have any indication that that shooting was targeted or anything like that.
And the last question would be related to that, you know, I talked to people in that neighborhood who said that, hold on, it's just one last question. People in that community who are concerned that there's been rising gun violence and that there should be more surveillance cameras and that kind of thing. That's obviously been an issue that you weighed in on. Does that change it? Does that change your perspective at all?
Let's keep it on. Yeah, let's keep it on the topic of this event. Thanks.
But does that change your perspective at all?
So we, yeah.
Appreciate it, but let's keep it on topic. Okay. She's about to answer the question, though. Okay. I mean, it looks worse when you jump in like that.
I'm sorry, I specifically said to keep it on topic today. Okay.
Yeah.
But I also have to ask the questions that people want to have answered.
Maybe we can set up a different time for that.
But the mayor's a busy person. Wilson, after putting down the chainsaw, later agreed to answer that one question. Does your perspective change at all based on what you went through Tuesday night?
Not really. I mean, I believe that CCTV cameras have an important role to play in our public safety system, and we also have to be very careful to make sure that our data storage, security, sharing practices don't make that system vulnerable to misuse and abuse, whether that's by federal immigration enforcement or by other bad actors.
Wilson's personal security team whisked her away from the Yesler Community Center. No one was injured, and police say they have not arrested anybody responsible for that crime. Preston, Kelly?
And Chris, in your story there, we heard Mayor Wilson indicate the shooting did not change her opinion. Does that give us any sort of insight into the status of the expansion of the CCTV program?
Well, at this point, the answer is no. There has been a pilot program installed by the city, 62 closed-circuit television cameras that feed into the real-time crime center. She has put a pause on any sort of expansion of that program. There are cameras set to be installed in the stadium district that she says will only be mobilized if there is an imminent threat during the World Cup. She says that the rest of that program will not go into place until there is a full audit of how it has worked out thus far.
Chris Daniels live in Seattle for us tonight. Thanks, Chris. And that brings us to tonight's KOMO Pulse poll. Scan the QR code there on your screen to answer this question. How would you describe the transparency of your local leaders? Taking a live look at the results here, almost everyone here, 98% say not transparent. Only 1% here split, very transparent, and mostly transparent. We will share the updated results tonight on KOMO News at 11.